together, recognizing our historical responsibility as those who fought for the return of our country back to democracy, to walk up and stand in good conscience and declare again that our democracy must be rules-based. We call on the judiciary, particularly as we move into the space of conflict resolution, to address the crisis of our democracy.
Hello, my great and wonderful people. How on a day today? I hope all of you day well. Today we get a lot of videos for our table. When we say one quickly the review to you concerning the things when we say it they happen right now for inside this country, Nigeria. Just as you rightly see one from the introduction, and we equally get more. You know, the crisis going to be say it done already day on for this nation Nigeria, and how it be say a lot of organizations, groups, they come together to send a sound and a clear warning to the judiciary when it be say it's supposed to be the last hope for every Nigerians. And for that same process, this labor union, they come together to equally send their own message across to the judiciary concerning the Presidential Election Tribunal, when it be say all of us the hope to see a positive result. And before we bring you this very video and so many other videos when we say will review to you, even for the process of this very broadcast, we'll quickly beg you for one favor. I beg help us to like this video, because the only way will be say YouTube and Facebook will fit to help us recommend this video to each and every one of us all around the world. The more this video get likes, the more that they recommend them to people. Now their own policy now in be that very one. Thank you so much for your understanding. Now I'll first of all leave you to hear the full message of this labor union. Then we'll come back for more.
The couple of months has been a very difficult time for us as a country, and we have come together recognizing our historical responsibility as those who fought for the return of our country back to democracy, to walk up and stand in good conscience and declare again that our democracy must be rules-based. We cannot run a country where the democracy is based on arbitrariness. So we need to return to those very fundamental rules in our Constitution, in the Electoral Act, in the laws, norms, and values and ethos of our country that define what it is to be a democratic country. The labor union represents the ethos of democracy, and so do we in the civil society. So in good conscience, and in remembrance of the many comrades before that fought to stand up for this democracy, we have come together in oneness of voice with labor to speak again at a time like this for our country. Our country is indeed facing quite a lot of challenges post the last elections. It is our desire, our hope, and our urging to see that the institutions that represent democratic governance rebuild this democracy and ensure that it stands. We call on the judiciary, particularly as we move into the space of conflict resolution, to address the crisis of our democracy and to restore our country and its values back to dignity.
All right, my great and wonderful people, I believe say all of you don't hear that sound message when we say the labor union sent across to the judiciary from the mouth of their spokesperson concerning the problems when we say they face each and every one of us today. As Nigerians, they hope to see at least a breath of new relief from the judiciary, as we all hope to see a very free and fair judgment for this presidential election tribunal when it be say it stand before them. And we will leave you now to share your opinion with us in the comment section, even as we leave you to watch this other video when it be say we receive from the labor Congress. Yes, these people come out to send a message across again to let each and every one of us understand, say no matter the stress, the pain, the problems, they still stand with Peter Obi. I want to make una hear these people as they demonstrate their own faiths for this very message.
Obedient Nigerian workers! Obedient Nigerian workers! Obedient Nigerian workers! Freedom come by struggle, by struggle. Freedom come by struggle, by struggle. Freedom come by struggle, by struggle. Freedom come by struggle. Freedom come by struggle, by struggle. Freedom come. Freedom come by struggle. Freedom come by struggle, by struggle. Freedom come. Brothers, Nigerian workers. Brothers, Nigerian workers. Ever obedient Nigerian workers. Ever conscious Nigerian workers. Our people united
Can never be defeated.
Our people united
Can never be defeated.
Our people united
Can never be defeated. Our luta continua. Our luta continua. Our luta, our luta, our luta continua. Victory, Victoria, Asata. Victoria, Asata. Victoria, 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 Asata. Aluta continua. Aluta continua. Aluta, aluta, aluta continua. Our mandate must be won. Our mandate must be won. Our mandate, our mandate, our mandate must be won.
Greatest Nigerian workers. Greatest of the
All right, my great and wonderful people, I believe say all of you don't hear that very message and also equally see Peter Obi for the midst of this very people. We not really get much to talk concerning that very one because we get a lot ahead of us because of time. Now, the next video we'll quickly make you watch. Now, the video we'll receive from PDP, how they respond to Bola Tinubu for the message we'll he sent across to Nigerians. Say his own administration will make sure say he fight corruption to stand still. Now, before the PDP respond, may we quickly ask our own. How person, when he take office with corruption, would they fight the process when he bring them on board? This one are our own question. I beg if you get the answer, leave them for us for the comment section as we leave you to hear from PDP and the message when they send direct to Bola Tinubu and the whole team.
Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, with respect to some statement credited to him that he made at the commissioning of the Judiciary, the court buildings in Chicago. And this is our response as a party to him. It is PDP to Tinubu. You can't speak on corruption. The People's Democratic Party, the PDP, and indeed all sensible Nigerians are alarmed, scandalized and embarrassed by recent claim by the All Progressive Congress APC president candidate, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the commissioning of judiciary projects in Rivers State that he will fight corruption in the country. This statement by Senator Tinubu is completely sacrilegious and is an assault on the sensibility of Nigerians, having regards to his records of alleged corruption and having been described variously as an embodiment of corruption in his public life. It is in the public domain that as governor of Lagos State, Senator Tinubu promoted and institutionalized corruption as an act of governance. It is on record that Senator Tinubu is alleged to be deeply involved in the infamous cases involving Alpha Beta Consulting Limited and Alpha Beta LLP, allegedly owned and controlled by him, and through which over 100 billion naira belonging to Lagos State was reportedly stolen through shady tax collection deals. It is also public knowledge that there have been numerous allegations and evidence of corruption and complicity by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, in the declaration of Senator Tinubu as winner of the February 25, 2023 presidential election. Today, Nigerians and indeed the world believe that that declaration was a product of corruption, of the processes, institutions, and the law by the APC and its presidential candidate. It is therefore ludicrous that an individual who has been widely alleged to be an enabler and beneficiary of corruption can attempt to put himself forward to Nigerians as a champion of anti-corruption. Of course, corruption cannot fight corruption.
All right, my great and wonderful people, I believe say una don't hear that sound message when we say yes, these people send across to Bola Tinubu. We just need to cut this interview short because of the other videos when we say we still get for our table. Now, the last statement when we say this man made, it make it very, very clear to each and every one of us. Corruption, no fit fight corruption. Yes, nothing about Bola Tinubu when we say it declare to Nigerians. Each, his own state of origin, his own source of wealth, and all the political affiliations and all the things when we say it don't do right from the time when we say it be senator to governor and even to the time when we say it be national chairman of APC. And now the process when we say it equally began to this presidential seat according to how it claims say na him be the president elect. No one when it say it declare. So tell me how person like that will continue stand before Nigerians say he will fight corruption to stand still. You don't say and say it very clear say this man and his own people they make mockery of Nigerians. All right, I will leave you to share your own opinion with us on the comment section, even as we take you down to this other video. And this video and the video when we will receive from another right-hand man of Bola Tinubu when he be now also speaker for the House of Representatives when name na Femi Gbajabiamila. One thing when he be say we observe for this video not pass be say na thief truly they defend thief. Yes, each and every one of us understand all the issues when it be say it surround Femi Gbajabiamila. And for this video, he come aside to defend Ike Ekweremadu when it be say UK government sentenced to jail yesterday in wife and also his own daughter. I want make una hear the message when it be say Femi Gbajabiamila sent across to the federal government of Nigeria concerning Ike Ekweremadu.
I'm going to use the opportunity to speak directly to the Crown and the British courts and judicial system, not in a bid to absolve former Senate President for any offenses he may have committed, but to plead for clemency. I believe it behoves on any government and any country, wherever their citizens are distressed or found in situations such as this, not in a bid to establish their innocence, but in a bid to plead for their clemency, that such a country or government should intervene. We have seen it times without number by even the most advanced democracies in the world. Recently, an American citizen, a famed basketballer, Britney, was caught and arrested by the Russian authorities. The crime was established, but the US government did not relent for a day until her release was secured. And for that reason, I will, on behalf of the House of Representatives, also speak to the British judicial system and the courts. Now, for as long as I have known Ike Ekweremadu, he has been a brilliant lawyer, a distinguished public servant, and a dedicated family man. Over the course of 2 decades of shared service in the national legislature, he has become a dear friend of mine and a trusted colleague. For these reasons, his arrest by authorities in the United Kingdom on charges of conspiring to arrange the travel of another Nigerian citizen to harvest his organs was a terrible shock. These revelations are a far departure from the character of the man as I have known him, and fall far short of the standards of behavior expected from a man of his standing. All that has come to light since his arrest has been deplorable and deeply unpleasant. I am grateful and thankful that Honorable Toby has laid the foundation and the circumstances upon which this act was committed. The intention is what is important. The man walked willingly to the embassy to declare his intent of what he was going to do, not being fully seized of the requirements of the British legal system. For 24 years, since the return to democratic governments in Nigeria, Ike Ekweremadu has served the people of his community, his state, and his country with vigor and dedication. For most of that time, he has been a member of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And during that time, he has used his office to advance the cause of democracy, champion critical reforms, and advocate for the development of his constituency. Through his Ikioha Foundation, of which he discussed severally with me, he and his wife have helped provide access to quality education and healthcare for thousands of people in his community and his state. Their public service and private philanthropy have helped improve the social, economic, and political fortunes of their communities and aided the personal and professional progress of many. Now, none of this suggests that either Ekweremadu or his wife should be above the law or held to a different standard than any other citizen.
All right, my great and wonderful people. I believe say all of you don't hear that very speech from Femi Gbajabiamila when he be the Speaker of House of Representatives. How he be say it is send a message across to the UK government and also the federal government of Nigeria to make sure say they find a way to pardon Ike Ekweremadu. Now, he get last statement when he be say he just make, when he be say he give us the conclusion of everything when he be say in the talk. He say for everything when he be say this man don't do, all the good records of the past, he not make a day above the law. This one bring us back to them, which is Femi Gbajabiamila and every Nigerian's politicians. Una see wetin happen to Ike Ekweremadu. Same thing will equally still happen to UK citizen. Yes. No matter how high you might think say you don't attain for their political space, in as much as you break one of the law must have its own focus upon you. You see, now so it be for every country where it be say democracy for the work, not be demonstration of grace when it be say all of una they exhibit for this country. When una see as a medium of immunity for una to exhibit all kind of character, and at the end, una will go out unstained and untouched. Not be so it's supposed to be. Una see everything that they play out before una very eye. And you, Femi Gbajabiamila, after we don't know your public record, when we say it dey for public domain, you come outside, they send this kind of message across to UK government and even the federal government of Nigeria. They use US, they cite example, wetin happen, wetin not happen. No problem. One day be one day, they already talk and say, monkey go market, it not go return. Nigeria now will just continue to remain like this. No. A captain will come aboard when EBC, he will revisit una case one after the other. Enough it be today, enough it be tomorrow. But remember, say one day be one day, season like that will definitely come for this country. All of us will experience some. If we not experience some, our children will experience some. Now our prayer, now it be that. All right, I will leave you to share your own opinion with us in the comment section. Now here we'll draw the conclusion of this program here. And before we say final goodbye, we'll quickly use this minute to appreciate each and every one of you for your time when we sit still with us up to this very moment. God Almighty will bless you. And equally, the way when we be sitting the help or the share this broadcast, your likes, your comments, all of them, we appreciate them. I beg, not forget to help us share this very one so that we still reach our brothers and sisters all around the world, because we believe in one thing, say information, now power. And as we do so, God Almighty will bless you. We'd like to draw the conclusion of this program here. We will see you again when we see you. Remember, we love you all. Bye-bye.